you're not going to get more freedom and time. You're going to get less freedom and less time because now you're the one responsible and your family's counting on you. Now, when you say I'm a single mom with 3 kids, you know, I know what you're trying to say, which means I'm a single mom with 3 kids. I always like to say, so how come Brad can get on here and be a smart ass, but as soon as I say the same he says, I'm an arrogant?
I honestly, Brad, I don't think that way. No, because you have to be.
Then,
I
then
understand that.
Then why don't you want to hire somebody? No, because dude, like, listen, this is the biggest secret on planet Earth, and if anyone hears this, it might end up getting used up. Welcome to BRADVICE every Thursday at 4 p.m. We're going to try to get live by 4 p.m. I know, guys, you're like, well, you didn't today. It was like 4:30. I know, folks, but listen, sometimes people got to do stuff, so I'm doing my best. If you're seeing the number, call in, you get in a queue, and then we're going to pick based on what your question. This ain't Brad Opportunity. This is BRADVICE.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, what's up, buddy? You're on BRADVICE. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm in sales. How do you plan an exit knowing you want to be self-employed?
How do you plan an exit knowing you want to be self-employed?
Yeah, as an employee working in sales.
Okay, so you're just trying to be politically correct by calling it an exit. You mean, how do you quit?
Exactly. How do you quit?
Dude, you walk in one day and you say, hey, what's up? I'm going to give you 2 weeks notice because I'm going to go fly on my own. I got a little confidence. I might be back. Would it be okay if I came back if I fail? Like, in other words, you just go in there and tell them, I'll give you 2 weeks. I'm out of here. Now, if you're talking about, you know, some intelligent long-term plan, I'd have to ask you a lot of questions because in my opinion, you don't really want to quit your job just because, you know, you got motivated. You want to go in and give them notice. Always give them 2 weeks notice. They'll probably let you go quicker anyway, but I'd give them 2 weeks notice and that's how you quit. It's not rocket science, bro. But I think what you mean is, you know, how do you do it to where it's all comfortable and you can transition easily and there's no challenges and there's no problems. Is that what you mean?
Well, I mean more in, like, preparation. You know, I have a family. Like, would you say 6 months, 12 months of expenses, having the established business, whatever you're going to sell, and then making that quit, leaving.
How big's your nuts?
They're pretty big, Brad.
No, I ain't talking about your balls, son. I'm talking about your nuts, your expenses. How much you got? How much is your nut?
I mean, I'd say $3,500 a month.
Okay, dude. What are you gonna go sell?
I do real estate part-time.
Dude, you're gonna sell real estate? You're gonna quit to go sell real estate? Yes or no?
I'd say yes.
You only have to make $3,500 a month to pay your bills, correct?
That's right.
Okay, then go tell whoever you're working for that you quit, or give them 2 weeks notice, and then go sell some shit, brother. Dude, if you can't make $3,500 a month selling shit, come work for me. Go to bradlead.com and hit work with Brad, fill out an app. I'll hire you, and I'll show you how to make 200 or 300 grand a year, which is obviously 20, 30 grand a month. Dude, 3,500 ain't scary. Your bills are so small, you can quit anytime you want. You don't need to plan. Okay, you don't need to plan. You say, well, I got a family. Well, I understand. Dude, do you have zero money in the bank right now?
No, we have savings.
How much?
We have like $15K after like safety or emergency fund. And
yeah, dude, you're good, dude. You're ready to go. Quit your damn job. Who's getting quit on? What's their names? You want to call them a quit three-way? You want me to quit for you?
All right.
What job are you quitting, by the way?
It's commercial roofing sales.
Commercial roofing sales?
That's right.
And you're not making any money?
Oh, I am. It's just the ultimate goal. The end goal is gaining back that time freedom.
Getting back time and freedom?
That the freedom to just, not be, do my own schedule, have my own,
You mean work for yourself?
Right. Exactly.
Okay, because guys, listen, pay attention. Dude, quitting a job that you're in sales where you're making money is not a wise thing to do to go get yourself more freedom and time. Because you think if you work for yourself, then you don't have to be anywhere and you don't have to do anything. When in reality, that's total. You just Not you just don't have to do it. There's the difference. And most people that don't have to get up and be to work by 8 aren't at work by 8. So instead of going up, you actually go down. So again, if I were you, I'd really think about what you want, because if you want time and freedom, it might be that you don't quit your job, you start doing it better, making more money, invest that money until you start making passive money, into where now you don't have to work anymore. So you leverage the job to go get the time and freedom you actually want. Don't confuse working for yourself with nothing to do. Because trust me, dude, you'll be twice as busy working for yourself. No, dude, I listen. I know where you're at, bro. I could feel what you're talking about. It's fun when you're the boss. But when you're the boss and people quit in those situations, like I thought you had a W-2 salary job. That's why I was telling you to quit. Like, dude, anybody with a salary job, like, dude, they don't realize that sales is where it's at. But you're already in sales. You're just working for someone else. So you don't like being told what to do, when to show up. If you go on vacation and you want to stay an extra 10 days, they will tell you whether you can or can't. You don't like that. Neither did I. I hate it. So I quit and I went and started my own company. But, dude, I worked 80 hours a week for myself, so I didn't have to work 40 hours a week for someone else. You think you're quitting so you can get more freedom and time. You're not going to get more freedom and time. You're going to get less freedom and less time, because now you're the one responsible and your family's counting on you. So if you think you're going to quit and go kick back and you can do what you want and go where you want because now you got all the freedom and time you want, if you do it right, you're probably going to have less freedom and less time. So I would not quit my sales job to get more freedom and time to work for myself, because, dude, that's not how it works.
Okay.
So if you truly want more freedom and time, I would just do your job better, take all that money, invest it wisely, and actually get, passive income coming in where you make money whether you do anything or not. And that, my friend, is how you get more time and freedom. It is not quitting your job. It is doing it better. But if you can quit your job and spend that same amount of time working for yourself and making as much or more than you were making for someone else, then I would suggest you do that. That's good. That's good advice as well. But, dude, don't get it twisted, okay? Don't screw it up, dog. You got family, you got kids counting on you.
That's right. And Brad, and I started in real estate, getting off-market deals. Would you suggest staying in the sales and acquiring rentals, or continuing to fix and flip, instead of 1 or 2 flips a year, bumping that number up?
All the above.
Okay.
Dude, fix and flip, okay? Hold, all of it, as fast as you can, dude. Real estate's never a bad thing unless you make it a bad thing. But
Okay.
when someone says, should I do more fix and flips, or should I do this? It's both, bro. Both of those are good. And not only that, I don't know your situation, bro. If I were you, I would quit my job to go do full-time real estate. Real estate's never a bad thing, in my opinion. And people say, what about interest rates? Guys, interest rates, they change, okay? You don't worry about interest rates. You worry about finding the deals. Can you find deals, bro?
Absolutely. Cold calling, off market, started
Cold
wholesale.
calling, driving around neighborhoods, signs, like there's all kinds of, but that's work, dog. And again, work takes your time. So you're going to, like I said, you're probably going to give up more time.
Thank you, Brad.
You're welcome, buddy.
Bomb squad in the house, buddy.
Hey, what's up, dog? Bomb squad up in this biscuit. What's up, buddy?
That's right. That's right, man. Hey, I just recently hired a mentor, recently left a company with 5 other guys that are top 10 producers in a large company, real estate. We're trying to get our brand out there, and that's our biggest struggle right now, is finding the leads with brand awareness. We're all in rural communities. We're not in big cities. So that's what we're trying to get out. And how
got
do we
a question?
absolutely destroy? Yeah, how do we absolutely destroy competition, not compete with them?
Well, I'm not sure why you want to destroy anything, even competitions. Like, see, back when I became successful, dude, I didn't want to compete at all. I wanted to collaborate with my competition. I wanted to contribute more to the universe. I wanted to get more into the world. And when you put more out there, more than likely, now there's more for everybody. Not just you, but everybody. Why? Because you created, you contributed, you collaborated. It's not about destroying your competition. It's about collaborating with your competition. Is there a way to do that?
Yeah, it's a pretty tough market where I'm at. It's almost like cutthroat where
What do you
guys will
sell?
reduce commissions. I sell ag real estate.
Are you finding trouble to sell it?
Yeah, not to sell it, to find the sellers, to get in front of those sellers. That's where I'm having trouble. I need those leads for deals that I didn't know about and they already went to somebody else. The new brand that we started, I want to get that in front of people because I feel like if I can get in front of them and talk to these sellers, that I can close the deal.
Like, what's your competition got to do with that?
Well, they're established. Yes, they're getting there first because they're an established company for years and years and years.
Okay, there you go. Well, how are they getting there?
They have that brand, that word of mouth. They have.
Okay, they got the brand, the word of mouth. Okay, you listen. I'm walking you through the answer so you know how to think next time.
Roger.
Number one, the other company, the competition that you want to destroy has a bigger brand. Correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so write this down. Build a bigger brand.
Got it.
Okay, you need a bigger brand. What are they doing to go out and get all the people they're talking to?
Okay.
What are they doing?
Figure out the tactics in marketing, obviously, to get in front of people.
No, what are they doing?
Well, honestly, it's word of mouth in our territory, to tell you the truth.
Dude, it's not word of mouth.
You don't think so?
Word of mouth isn't a process, dude. Word of mouth is something that just generally happens. You cannot survive on just word of mouth alone unless it's like, you got a strong product and everyone knows who you are and everybody refers people to you and you don't have to prospect, you don't have to advertise because everybody in the world tells everybody about you. You really think that's what's going on?
Well, I guess that goes back to recenter to the question is where is marketing money best spent to get in front of those folks?
What folks?
The people that are going to be selling, out-of-state landowners and, death, divorce, those type of people. We've used Facebook, we've used Instagram. Trevor Bachmeyer's my mentor, and he's really helped me with that.
Okay, can you just answer my question?
Well, I think they're larger is a big thing for a lot of people.
Bro,
we're only 6 people.
What are they doing?
The exact same thing as we are.
They're doing the exact same things you are?
Yep, identical things that we are. We try to copy and emulate.
Okay, so if they're doing the exact same thing you are, how come they're getting more than you?
We come back to brand awareness. People don't know we exist, so we don't get a seat at the table, so to speak.
Dude, you're bro. I need to fly out there and coach your ass.
Hell yes, bring it on, buddy. I'll pay for the ticket.
Jason, you got what's called a limited mindset. You really believe what you're telling me. That's the scary part. I want to look you in the eyes. Now pay attention. Whatever it is they're doing is your answer. You're saying, how do I do it? Well, how the did they do it? Okay, I don't know what you're supposed to do. I'm not in the ag real estate business, but I know one thing is for certain. Okay, like action causes like result. You both ain't doing the same things. If you were doing the same things, you would be in competition with this son of a bitch, and they would know who you were, and everybody else would know who you were because you're doing the same things they are. But you're not. You're just blaming and acting as if you are, but nobody knows you. Well, how can you be doing the same they're doing and nobody know you? It doesn't make sense. Do you follow what I'm saying? So your logic, I know, but your logic doesn't make any sense, and I can't help people when they can't be logical and give me things that make sense. So, like for example, what's the difference between Starbucks and that one little coffee shop on 5th and Broadway? They're doing the same things. Really? They're doing the same things? Well, yeah, they're serving coffee. No, dude, listen. I'm not talking about in general. Like every day that company that's the big company, they're getting up, they're doing transactions, they're asking for referrals, they're calling people, they're doing things. You say, well, we're doing the same things, right? We're doing the same things. Okay, well then they're doing more of it because they got more people. Something's different about what it is that they're doing. And by the way, aren't they kicking your ass right now?
There's a couple, yes.
See, you don't like to admit you're getting your slapped, right?
I won't admit that we're making dents. It's
I know it, dude.
been
First
6
thing you got to
months.
do is stop. Hey, first thing people got to do, and not just you, this is everybody. First thing people need to do is stop lying to yourself. Okay, there's people out there that are fat, talking about fucking, I want to get in shape, but they're not working out. That's called lying to yourself. No, I really do want to get in shape. No, if you really wanted to get in shape, you'd get your up and go do the work. You might still be fat, but guess what? You're doing the work and you're dropping and you're on your way. That's different. You're saying, hey, how do I dominate my competitors? Okay, number one, you shouldn't be trying to dominate your competitors. You should be trying to freaking innovate and collaborate. Okay, it creates abundance. You want to be abundant. You don't want to take from your competitor. You want to go out and develop and innovate and create more. You follow me?
Absolutely.
But I want to give you some tangible shit you can do. And I don't know the ag space, so here's what I would say. Okay, I would say, listen, figure out exactly what your competition's doing, right? If it's successful, and if they're the big ones and they're the ones stomping on your ass, figure out what they're doing, and then emulate what they're doing, and you'll probably get what they're getting. That's just how life works. It's a universal law. It's called like action causes like result. Like action causes like result. But what you're doing is you might say, hey, I'm doing it, but you mean you're making one call and they're making 1,000 calls and you're doing the same thing? You know, you're asking one customer that you sell for referrals and throw it to me. And they're asking 1,000 people for referrals. You see what I'm saying? They're doing more of it than you are, which means you're not doing the same things. You think you're doing the same things, but you're not doing the same thing. Dude, you need to do 1,000 calls. And then that changes your mind. Well, or it changes what your question is. Now it's like, well, I know what they're doing. I'm just not doing enough of it. There's what I'm talking about, dude. You got to do what they're doing to get what they're getting. And you're saying, how do I do it? Well, dude, go model what they're doing. You don't know what they're doing, do you?
They have the staff and they're making cold calls. I don't have any staff. That's what I need, right?
Hey, see what I'm saying, dude? You're starting to answer your own damn question.
Right.
Hey, they got people making calls. Hey, they got people making calls. I need people making calls. Hey, they got frickin' this and that. Hey, I need this and that. So now you don't need to call some dude that has no clue about ag real estate. It's a big tax advantage. Do you know the tax advantages over and related to built and buying farmland?
Schedule F, buddy.
So you're aware of the benefit tax-wise to own farmland?
I farm too, buddy. Yep. It's a very huge tax advantage.
That doesn't tell me what I'm asking, but I want you to tell me. Yes, I am familiar.
Yes, I'm very familiar.
Okay, so I would also leverage that. Who do you know that might want huge tax shelters? Take a guess.
Quite a few different people. I'm talking to one.
A bunch of people with money, right?
That's right.
Are you dealing with a bunch of people with money?
Not a whole lot right now.
The problem right there, son. You better go find yourself a bunch of people with money.
I need to find some sellers, and then I'm going to go attack the guys with money to buy it up.
See, dude, write that down, and then next time you think about calling me, just look down on a piece of paper and like, I know the answers. I don't need OBL. You the man, bro. Go kick that ass. And by the way, when you get to be a billionaire, don't forget OBL helped you along when you were just a little ag real estate fool.
Wanted your advice on maybe some sales points on how to make more money. I'm a single mom with 3 young kids and limited time. What can I do?
Sell some.
Well, I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, so, fishing and hunting and all of that's pretty big over here. So I thought about, doing that.
Can I ask you a quick question?
On approaching? Yeah.
They have something in South Carolina called the internet.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, I have.
Okie dokie. So again, you're limiting yourself to whatever the hell you said, South Carolina. You're all screwed up in South Kakalaki. That's what we should call this one. Screwed up in South Kakalaki. Listen, Savannah. Listen. Number one, you need to sell, and you need to sell on the internet if you're in a limited small town, whatever, even though it looks like Charleston. Charleston, dude, is a pretty fair-sized town. You can make a lot of money just right there alone in Charleston. But you got to get good at selling things. You got to get good at persuasion. You got to get good at the fundamentals that are required. I call them skills. Okay, you got to get your skills down. And once you get your skills down, dude, you can make money in Charleston or frickin', Raleigh or frickin', Pahrump, Nevada. It doesn't even matter. Now, when you say I'm a single mom with 3 kids, I know what you're trying to say, which means I'm a single mom with 3 kids. I always like to say, so, dude, that's not a disadvantage. Single mom with 3 kids is a mental limitation.
Correct, but
who cares?
Because I watch you and I hear you and I agree with you with the masculine and feminine parts of the aspect of money, but
I know, but listen, Savannah, you got to pay. I know, but you got to pay attention. Well, I know that you're a single mom. That means you don't have a man, correct?
Correct.
Okay, number one, that's an advantage in some cases. Okay, and I don't know why you're a single mom, but let's just not even get into that. That's a different show. This show is BRADVICE. My advice would be stop thinking of yourself as limited and disadvantaged. Okay, you said you're a single mom with 3 kids. Again, I understand what you're saying, and yes, I understand you think that's a challenge and that's tough, and that's not as easy as a young chick with a nice ass, 21 years old and freaking rich dad. So, I mean, I get it. The bottom line is, so, you got to think like this. So, it has nothing to do with it. I understand there's challenges in the world, but you want to flip your mind to abundance. Then you said, I'm just here in, I think you just said it like this, I'm just here in Charleston, South Carolina. Now there's a limitation. I'm limited right here. Savannah, you're too limiting, okay? There's the internet, that's worldwide. You could be selling in Italy. You could be selling in Italy. You could be selling all over the United States. You could be selling all over the world, right?
Like what?
What do you mean, like what? Like anything. Like frickin', again, I'm going to say something and you're going to go, well, I can't do that. Well, again, you're limited. That's your problem. You have a limited mindset. So I'll tell you what, go to China and find some beautiful gadget that they only have in China and import it here and sell it on the internet. Go to Alibaba. You heard of Alibaba?
Yeah.
Okay, go to Alibaba, find something that you think's really cool, buy 1,000 of them and put them over here at $10 more and sell them. There's $10,000. You think people know where to find what it is you found just because you know where to find them? You don't, okay? You can literally market the same that's already out there for more. I've seen on let's say, Walmart's website for $17. You literally can put it on Amazon's website for $29 and make money and sell 1,000 of them a day. And you're like, wait a minute, why would people buy my $29 thing if it's right there on frickin' Walmart.com? Well, because they're not on Walmart.com. You think people are running all over the place to save $7 on a box of frickin' maxi pads?
Okay, I hear you.
Do you? But I always like to address the problem, not the symptom. See, the symptom is you want to make more money and you don't have enough money and yada yada. The problem is your mindset is limited, which means you feel bad because you're single. You're a single mom. You have 3 kids. They're holding you down, right? You can't do it the same as everybody else because you got 3 kids. I look at it like this, Savannah. You're free finally from probably an dude. Okay?
Correct.
You got 3 beautiful blessings from God, don't you?
Correct. Yeah, very. Yeah.
Dude, I would figure out how to freaking get them going. Like, in other words, it's just changing your perspective and getting out of the limitations. I could tell by your question. What's your advice for a young single mom, 31 years old, 3 kids, to make more money?
Well,
I would say
like
start
that because of. Go
I
ahead.
know, and again, I'm not beating you up, but my advice would be, number 1, you need to start working on your mindset. Then I would imagine you probably want to, sharpen up your skill set. And then ultimately you probably want to look at your habits, because your mindset, your skill set, and your habits are determining what you do every day. What you do every day and how well you do it is determining your results. The only reason you want to make more money is because you don't think you have enough, correct?
I feel like I haven't put myself in the right opportunity, or I haven't just put myself out there enough. So, I mean, I guess I'm kind of answering my own question on that, but
If you have a side business, do you have a side business?
I used to.
Why don't you? And again, I didn't say did you used to. I said, do you have a side business?
No, not now.
Why don't you start a side business?
Don't you think that's a little, like, it takes too long, or it's just not enough right away, and then I'm just going to keep building and being at the same job I'm at, still not making enough money?
See what I mean? This is limited.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're one of those people that find a problem for every solution. Okay,
I
well
had-
then,
I have
you know,
two jobs.
is 2 your limit? Is 2 your limit?
No, absolutely not. But, you know, when my kids go to school and my only real free time, so to speak, would be every other weekend. So I really can use that time to do more. But I don't know if every other weekend would be enough to make as much as I want to make. Like, how do you go about that every other weekend?
Savannah, see, you're just giving me unbelievable evidence of what I'm talking about. I only have a few weekends, but if I work those weekends, I probably won't make as much as I want to make. That's called limited. That's called negative. That's called pessimistic. Your perspective is negative. Okay? You got to understand your frequency that you emit will attract more. So if you're emitting scarcity and negativity and fear and doubt and worry, which is what you're spewing right now, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get more of that. So you need to stop being like that. Number one, this is all mindset stuff. You need to start realizing, wait a minute, I want to attract good things. I want to attract abundance. I want to attract money. I want to attract husbands with money. I want to attract everything good. Okay, then you need to be everything good. You understand?
Yep.
That means
I feel like if I put yeah.
That means, how do I keep my energy up? How do I keep my attitude up? You do it with what's called gratitude, okay? Hey, Brad, how do I make more money? Man, do some side gigs. Holy shit, dude, I got 2 free weekends a month right now. Maybe I can find something to sell that'll make me a little extra cash with that, and then with that little extra cash comes in, which probably is not as much as I want to make, I can start investing, or maybe even hire somebody to do the side gig and then scale that out. Like, that's a possibility, right? And all of a sudden you start getting excited, and you start to raise your frequency, and you start to raise your attitude, and all of a sudden things are possible. Now this is abundant. Right now you're scarce, limited, negative. You need to get your mindset over here. Okay, you need to love yourself a little bit more, which is crazy as it sounds, and you need to get out of the scarcity mindset. That's the truth. Now, do you want some tactical? Listen, if I'm a girl, and I'm not going to be funny and say I'd start an OnlyFans and start showing my booty hole, even though I don't know what
I'm not into that.
I that's why I prefaced it with I'm joking. It's not. I'm not going to tell you to do that. I'm going to tell you to sell something. And I'm going to tell you to sell it online. You don't want to have to leave your house and go down. Now, like what? Like merchant services, like insurance, like life insurance. Go get your life insurance license. And again, I'll pay for it. Go to bradlee.com/let's go. Okay? And I'll pay for your damn education for you to get a life insurance license, which is a license to print money. You can sit at home and make $100,000 a year or $100,000 a month. Okay.
Yep.
Merchant services. Again, go to my website, my company's website, Real Merchant Services. Click around. You'll see where it says become an agent. I'll train you completely. Become an agent. Okay. I've got all kinds of places where you can make $200,000 or $300,000 a year working full time. Again, full time. But you have to be trained and you have to be certified. Again, you can go to bradlee.com. That's LEA. And click work with me and fill out an app, and I'll hire you, I'll train you, I'll do everything, and you won't have this attitude anymore. Because believe it or not, and whether people would be, you know, joining with you, like, Brad, she's making sense. That just means they're limited too. Because again, 99% of the world is they're what's called limited scarce thinking. And it's poor me, I'm a victim. Yeah, but I only live in South Carolina. Yeah, but I didn't have a dad. Yeah, but I don't have any money. Yeah, but I'm a single
I
mom.
get it.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
got 3 kids. Well, don't you think I'm not going to make very much doing that? Well, I don't want to shovel on the weekends just to make a little extra money, even though you're asking me how to make a little extra money. Like, it's negative. You want to go look in the mirror and say, I forgive you for all the...
I have certain days where I feel like, you know, of course I feel that way, but I don't like to victimize myself. I have a good charisma. I'm good at sales. I can bond with people right away, especially when I'm really on my A game, you know, that day. I feel like anybody, you have your ups and downs days, but I do need to get myself out there more and just make a point of putting myself out there. And I feel like it would all come to me and attract to me because I am like that with people. So
See,
you're right.
now
I need to change my mindset when I'm having a bad day.
Exactly. Now listen to you. See, now you're making sense. Now you're starting to sound positive. Now you're starting to sound like someone I'd hang around. Why? Because right now you're now sounding as if there is hope. There is a possibility. You are right, Brad. I could be doing more. God damn it. And see, that's what most people need to understand, because now you're going to get more of it. But here's what most people do. You know what most people do? They sit around, no one gets them out of it at all, but then they sit around, and even if they get themselves out of it, someone comes along like your brother or your cousin or your mom or your ex-husband or your ex-boyfriend or whomever, your baby's dad, comes over and says, oh, the f you so happy about? You getting laid now or something? You freaking whore. And all of a sudden, you're in a fight with him, your mind goes back down into a hole, and now you're depressed in South Carolina. It's like you got to stay up in the tone scale. The tone scale's up here. Enthusiasm, excitement, certainty, joy, happiness, love, gratitude. You ever heard of gratitude? That's
I'm
what you
grateful
need.
every day. Yeah.
Okay, but that's what you need to focus on. Be grateful. You have 3 kids. That is, you know how many people don't have kids that pray to have kids? And you've got 3 of them. You got blessed 3 times. Now, most people will say, well, it's a burden. It's a burden, poor lady. The guy left her with 3 children, the poor children. Why are they poor children? They're not poor children. They're living. They're just as lucky as you are. They're freaking very fortunate children. No, she doesn't have much money. That doesn't make them unfortunate. Matter of fact, the rich kids are proven to be unfortunate. When you pan out, tough times and the hard times is what strengthens people, and those are usually the people that figure out how to be resourceful, and the resourceful become rich, and then the rich spoil their kids, and now the rich kids are the ones that are unfortunate. In reality, your kids, because you don't have a bunch, it's actually a great opportunity for them to learn to fend for themselves and be resourceful, right?
Right.
See? So again, it's all perspective. Your perspective is when you called, and now it's starting to get a little bit better. Now, when we hang up the phone, you're going to allow other people to get you right back in that negative shit unless you protect it. Okay? Stay positive. Okay? It doesn't matter that you're in South Carolina, you got something called the internet. The internet is worldwide. That's what they used to say back when I was young. They'd say www. You don't hear www anymore, but it's still www.
Right. Yeah, World Wide Web. But, you know, Charleston is a huge place now, and there's plenty of opportunity. And I think I just need to pinpoint where I want to do sales at, because this is a huge city. I mean, it's almost overpopulated to a point in certain parts. So I definitely need to put myself out there more and work on that.
Hey, you see what I'm talking about?
I just need a little motivation sometimes.
Come on, big girl. Savannah, you're about. Just keep going, dude. And anytime you get depressed, hit me in the DMs. I'll shoot you a little positive, motivational morning. Listen. I forgot. You know, we've got many opportunities if you can't find any on your own. So never get depressed again, because if you can't figure it out for yourself, come let Brad Lee teach you and give you a job.
Okay, well, first of all, the people in the comments, they sound ridiculous, okay? That's number one. Number two, they should be taking your advice. Number three,
Hold
how do you
on.
level...
Cindy, do we have some haters or something in the comments?
Of course, don't we always? I'm coming back at them for you. Don't worry about it, buddy. One's going to be a hard one. How do you level me up? But here's my biggest question. You can come on and you can be Brad, right? I come on and then Cindy Stumpo is arrogant. You see the difference? You tell
it's
me
your
why
accent.
that. It's my accent. That's a good answer. I like that one.
Let's hear it. You'll see you change your accent, and it'll probably change your demeanor. Go ahead.
No. We have to call it how it is. You can come on as a man, give advice, right? You spent many years, decades in business, so haven't I. I come on and do this. I'm arrogant. She's arrogant. She's this. She's that. She's a fraud. She's a phony. Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah, but
So
you let that bother you, don't you?
No, not anymore. God, 38 years later in real estate, are you out of your mind?
Cindy, I
like
remember this.
I have a sport for me.
Cindy, I remember a conversation with you, I think, a while back that was very similar to this one.
7 years ago.
Yeah, I remember the same conversation, and you're still the same in that department.
1,000%.
I don't know how to heal you.
Heal me.
Yeah, you need healing.
Ain't no healing me, buddy. You should know that by now.
See what I mean?
But,
you see? You're limiting. There ain't no healing me. I'm as coarse is gonna get. I'm like a sandpaper vagina.
There you go. But again, do you think, in your personal opinion, when a guy comes on and talks the way you talk, and I come on and I talk the way you talk, why am I arrogant and you're not?
Well, number one, why do you think you're arrogant?
Don't say my accent again.
Why do you think you're arrogant when you talk like I talk? Why do you think you're arrogant?
Because every man says it.
Okay, and so every man says you're something makes you something?
Absolutely not. But the question is there...
Okay, so there you go. So you're not arrogant just because they say you are, correct?
Absolutely not arrogant.
Okay, so then you're not arrogant when you say the shit I say. We can't talk at the same time, and since it's my show, I'll decide. You ready?
Take it over.
You just assume everybody thinks you're arrogant because a few dickheads have probably pretended on the side of the road, or these comments, I call that the side of the road, that you're arrogant. And you go read these comments and you wonder, like, how come Brad can get on here and be a smart, but as soon as I say the same shit he says, I'm an arrogant bitch? Well, again, you're making an assumption, because you can read comments, I'm sure, on mine, and they will say the same shit. They will. The other day, I was on the phone with a guy named John Sarasani. All his Gen Pop followers came to my page talking about, all this dumb shit, trying to talk, you're a snake oil salesman. Like, I've never sold snake oil in my entire life. What is a snake oil salesman anyway? Like, what kind of oil is snake oil? Well, that means you're full of shit. Well, dude, listen, I don't know what to tell you, You don't know how to play blackjack, buddy. You ain't got a waterfall. You mean a water feature? Of course I don't have a water feature. I have style, okay? At the end of the day, why are you on my page? Well, because they thought me and John were having a beef, which we weren't. Like, me and John are laughing about it behind the scenes on texts. But the point is you go to that feed, and everybody in that feed said I was a frickin' used car salesman, scumbag, Walmart, Cardone. You got so many stupid messages, but guess what? It doesn't bother me one bit, Cindy. Do you know why? Because number one, none of them know me. None of them know me. Number two, if they knew me, they wouldn't be saying that. Number three, it doesn't make it true. You, on the other hand, you still there?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm just reading the comments. I need to go back in the kitchen and make sandwiches. I don't know how to make
you need to pay attention. You need to pay attention, so you don't need a hug every time we talk. Because somebody needs to give Cindy just a big old hug.
I don't need a hug.
You need a hug. You get butthurt because you've had to be tough your whole life. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't get any. Now, what people don't know is old Cindy Stumpo got some and then some. Like she builds houses like dream homes for people. Like you can't even get her to build you a home. She's got millions of dollars. She's had tons of lessons. She has a reason to be arrogant, but she's not arrogant. She's just tough. And the reason you're tough, Cindy, I think, has something to do with like a man somewhere. And that's why you have a problem with how come a man can do it, but a girl can't. Well, a girl can. Well, that's not what these guys say. And then I say, why are you worried about what the dudes say? Like, who cares what the dudes say?
I'm just making a point that there's a double standard out there, so you've got to realize that.
There's a double standard everywhere. So what? What's that got to do with anything?
Yeah, but it's
Hey, by the way, Cindy, I know you're going to be voting for Kamala Harris because you're a female, right? Well, you're a female. You've got a vagina. She's got a vagina. All the vaginas got to stick together. See what I'm saying? It'd be foolish for me to think that way, correct? Quit thinking every dude thinks you're arrogant. Every guy doesn't think you're arrogant. Don't you have a boyfriend or something?
Yeah, I got Ray. Come on. Walking down that aisle.
If we were sitting here talking in person and I had a jury and a board and a panel, they would all agree with me. But you're not arrogant. You are stubborn and you are tough. And I believe it's because you've had to be, especially in a male-dominant field like you chose. Right?
True that.
Yeah, and you're no ugly chicken, okay? You probably got flirted on, hit on, what do you call it when they're like rude sexually? Harassed.
All the above.
And you've grown calloused. You've probably got calloused areolas by now. But what you need to do is go run a bath, put some bubbles in it, put out some flowers, tell Ray, get in here and rub my feet. And don't worry about what the dudes say.
Okay.
And I'll bet you anything, if you said what I said, you'd probably get away with it more so than I would.
Oh, I'm having such a good time with that one Instagram post that went viral at 1,000,005, 22,000 shares, whatever. And you see all these guys coming after me. She's a script reader. She doesn't build. She's not a developer. It's a sport for me to write, go back at them because I will emasculate them.
Hey, well, I got a question for you because, again, I know that you got a lot of people that want you to build their home and you can pick them and choose them. Well, I think because of the freaking relationship we've established, and by the way, we've never met in person, I don't think. But
nope, talk many times.
The relationship
and I have the utmost respect for you, and you know that.
Well, thank you. But I want you to tell me that when I'm ready to build a house, you will slide me in so the Stumpo Home Building Corporation will build Brad Lee's dream home somewhere, someday.
Remember, what I do is speculation, right? So I'm speculating 10, 15, 20, 25, $30 million homes, right? That means you know the difference between speculation and custom, right? Okay. So custom is you call me to build your product. I build it, you come buy it. That means I'm laying out the do-re mi, and then you come buy it. So that's not just a builder. That's called a developer/builder.
Yeah, I don't want that. I want you to build for me one of those homes I see you building, but custom to me. Like, in other words, I sit with the architect and you, and we build me a castle.
And I will do that for you. But I didn't do it for Drake. I didn't do it for Floyd Mayweather and many others. But that's because I just don't have the time. My last question.
But they didn't give you hugs virtually every time you were feeling down and out.
But okay, my last question to you. Given the opportunity, this is what I've been struggling with, so I'm coming to you for advice in front of all these people. Given the opportunity to take your company public immediately, would you do it or would you stay private?
I'd go public.
Okay. Now, there's pros and cons to that, right?
Sure I do.
Okay. That means you got to keep showing good quarterly earnings, blah, 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 future earnings, blah, blah, blah. So you would say, take C Stumpo Development and go public.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. Ring that bell.
I got one more week to make my decision.
Take it public, dude. Get a bunch of everybody else's money so you can just go build the shit out of whatever the you dream of, dude. It'll sell every time you build it. You already know that.
1,000%.
Yeah, and then you get all these, you get all this, all these
thing.
investors and people that got public money, which is like unlimited, and you do that. And again, you can hire people to deal with the bean counters and the compliance people. Trust me.
Holy, shut up! Everybody, cheating on people.
Everybody can make it sound terrible to go public. Trust me. If someone said, "Brad, I'll take Lightspeed public tomorrow," I'll snap my fingers and go public. But again, depending on the deal, not for chump change, but yeah, for the right money, absolutely.
Well, the money will come with the investors, right? Who buys your stock?
Well, I mean, that's how it works.
And then you got to do the dog and pony show out there for the next year. So I don't know. So I asked you the question. Given the opportunity, would you take your company public? Your answer was yes. Okay.
Yes. Cindy, thanks for calling in and gracing our lovely stage. And next time, don't be so arrogant.
Okay, so my question, I guess, is how would I drum up more business? So I run a mobile mechanic business. I have trucks that go out and fix your vehicles at your house. Like I'm on Instagram. I put my business cards everywhere I go in parking lots. I got stickers all over the city. And I do well. I'm busy, but I'm looking to maybe drum up more work and possibly get myself into another truck or hire another employee. And I want to start getting into investments.
Yeah, but Jesse, have you really thought about it? Maybe you should just think about, how do I drum up some business? Perhaps get another truck, maybe an employee or two.
Mm-hmm. And that's where I fall short, I guess, because I'm doing all the invoicing, all the phone calls, all the booking. I'm doing 90% of the work as well.
You're doing everything yourself, aren't you, Jesse?
Yes, I am.
All right, listen, do you want me to quit joking and be for real?
Yes.
Okay, what's your question?
How do I get to the next level?
You maximize the level you're on.
Okay.
You're not maximized now. You haven't even hired somebody. You just said, maybe I should hire somebody. Yeah, you should hire somebody. If you're busy, you're doing everything yourself, that's not a business, that's a job. You want to build a business or you want to build a job? Listen, all this negative shit you're spewing, I don't want to hear it. That's limited excuse and your bullshit. Listen, you're doing everything yourself. It's time to hire people and start scaling. Start creating systems and processes. Document the systems and processes so when you bring people on board to do the work that you're doing currently, now you don't have to do that work, and that allows you to go do bigger work, smarter work, better work, more valuable work, because you're growing and you're scaling, and pretty soon you'll have 3 people and 6 people, and then you'll need people to manage the people, because right now you're managing those people. So eventually, dude, it's called work, but eventually that work leads to a built business, and people get confused that a job is a business. Just because you own it, that doesn't make it a business. Okay, a business is something that runs without you and produces revenue without you. Right now, yes or no, Jesse, does your business produce revenue without you?
No.
Then you don't have a business. My advice to you would be stop building a job and start building a business. A lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are afraid because if you hire somebody, you got to give them a lot of the money that you're currently keeping, correct?
That's not what scares me. It's somebody that's going to do the job right.
I know, Jesse. I know exactly what you're feeling. I know exactly the position you're in. But I want to walk you through it, and I want to act like we're in court so we don't take 10 years to do it. So right now you're afraid to hire somebody because you might have to pay them, and then that's less for you, correct?
I honestly, Brad, I don't think that way. No, because you have to be. I understand that.
Then why don't you want to hire somebody?
I have hired 2 people in the last year, and I've had to fire them because they're not doing things the way that they need to be done, and it's going to ruin my reputation.
I got you, and I don't blame you. But my question is, who said you have a limit on 2 per year?
I don't. It's finding people that want to work. People are lazy.
You're not answering the question. Why did you only hire 2 if they both left?
Those 2 people are the only ones I've been able to find to come and work for me.
You're the only 2 people. Where are you at? Like Inuit, Alaska?
No, I'm in Calgary, Alberta.
Oh, damn near the same thing. Okay,
Yeah.
but listen, dude, there's a lot of people in Calgary. Look, you got to,
Yeah.
why is everybody today limited thinking?
I'm trying not to be.
But you are, bro. I hired 2 people, it didn't work. Dude, why do you continue to wipe your ass? You kept wiping your ass, and frick, next day it's just going to get dirty anyway. Like, damn, might as well stop wiping your ass. No, dude, because you got to hire people. They didn't work out. You learned. Hire 2 more. They don't work out. You learn. Hire 2 more. Well, this is getting old. No, it isn't. It's called you're learning. You're not very good at hiring people. You're not very good at interviewing.
No, I'm not. You're right. I'm not good at hiring people.
Okay, so guess what? Maybe the next hire should be someone who's good at hiring people.
Okay.
You need to hire people to do things you're not very good at or to do things that aren't worth your time. Like, I'm going to hire somebody to answer my phone. Why? I got better shit to do than answer my phone. So let me hire a receptionist. I'll pay her less than I can make by not answering my phone. See, it's just business 101. You got to a point where you're doing everything yourself. You're worried about your reputation, and what you've built is a job. You are locked in. You will be there forever unless you say, I need to build a business, not a job. How do I build a business? I got to obviously invent the business and create those, flows of income, right? And then document the processes and the systems that create that flow of income. And then, even if it's you, and then, because that's doing the work, it's okay to do the work, but what you don't want to build a job, you want to build a business. So you do the work, and then you walk away, or you let someone else basically run it day to day, and you just take that check from the place. And that's building a business. And then you can sell that business, because people want businesses. People think they can go sell their job. Like, you're not going to be able to sell your fucking job. There's people out there that build a big business, even making millions of dollars, but all they built was a big job.
Yeah.
And it's not sellable. So
okay.
You want to like now grow and scale your organization. You want to get your mind from scarce and limited and pessimistic to optimism and hope and enthusiasm and certainty and excitement and gratitude. And then when you hire 2 people and they don't work out, guess what? It doesn't bother you, man. You roll on to the next 2. Okay? And then if they don't work out, that's cool too, man. You're 4 into it, bro. You're probably 2 hires away from finally getting it right. And boom, now you go to the next spot and the next spot and the next spot. And the next thing you know, it could be 2 years, could be 20 years. You end up with a business, you'd be like, damn, dude, that was good advice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesse, and by the way, is your name Jesse Bain?
Yes.
See, dude, you should be rocking Calgary. You should be walking around like you got a big old 10-inch dick. Who are you, brother?
Funny enough, I do, and I got the big 10-inch lift kit on the truck too. But
Jesse Bain. The name's Jesse Bain.
Right, that's a name that should be successful. The girlfriend a better life as well. And
you want to give your girlfriend a better life?
Yeah.
What's wrong with her life now?
Oh, nothing. Her life is fantastic. She's got a good career. She's a massage therapist. She's got 3 beautiful kids. But
she's a massage therapist.
Yeah.
How are you going to make her a better life?
By making more money so we can travel and just enjoy better things, nicer things.
How are you going to travel if you got a job?
Well, that's why I need to create a business.
Well, then I just told. Well, dude, now you're talking, Jesse Bain.
Yeah.
You keep kicking that ass. Tell your wife I love massages, and if she wants to earn some extra money.
Thank you. Can I ask one more question?
All right, one more, brother.
Just a quick one. It's more about investments. Yep.
Okay, go ahead. What do you want to know?
What's a good site or a good place to start as far as investing goes? I have a whole life insurance policy. I'm trying to do the infinite banking thing. but I want to learn to get into like crypto or some other kind of investment that's going to be, just more income. But I don't know where to get started. There's a lot of scams out there, so I want to just kind of get pointed in the right direction as far as getting some kind of investment going with day trades or stocks or something like that.
You promise not to tell anyone I told you this?
Well, you're live, so you're going to tell everybody. But yeah, I won't tell anyone.
No, because dude, like, listen, this is the biggest secret on planet Earth, and if anyone hears this, it might end up fucking getting used up, and I don't want it used up because it's where I go every time I want to learn something.
Okay.
Okay, you got a pen handy? G O O
Yeah.
G L
Yeah. Oh
E.
God, here we go. Yeah. Google.
You heard of it?
Yeah, I have. We have that up here in Canada.
Google will tell you how to freaking extend your member. It will tell you how to make more money. It'll tell you how to start a business. It'll tell you how to file a corporation. It'll tell you how to not pay taxes. It'll tell you that. Everybody keeps asking, well, what do I do? I want to do. Guys, Google. Start with Google. Google that shit. Do your research. Okay? Yeah, there's scams out there. So what? Google the shit, bro. Again, I can give you some tips and some places that I go, but be specific if you're looking to be specific and quit saying like, boy, I'd like to figure out crypto. I don't know where to go. Dude, you go to Google and you type in fucking crypto, and then you start digging, you start learning, you start realizing the blockchain and the differences between the crypto and the shitcoin, and then you join like little groups or Facebook groups and shit, and then you start asking questions to people that have already done it, and you start to surround yourself with people in crypto. And next thing you know, dude, it's been a month and you've learned a lot about crypto. Anyway, Jesse, listen, brother, hire people, keep hiring people. You're not going to freaking lose. It may be tough. It may be a pain in the ass, but trust me, it'll be worth it because that's how you build a business.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Peace. Be cool. All right, let's take a few from the comments. Brad's 5'5", 220. No, I'm 6'1", 220. Keep trying. Keep hating. I want everybody that watches this video later to go bombard his account so hard he feels like he's popular.
Oh, how to cultivate leads for individuals with high tax liabilities for oil and gas investing.
Say it one more time. I'm sorry. Everyone was laughing at somebody.
Okay. I'm looking for unique ways to cultivate leads with individuals that have high tax liabilities, high income earning individuals for oil and gas investing.
Ah, you're looking for people with money to sell them oil and gas?
Correct.
Okay, here's what you do, bro. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, and by the way, I don't know what your budget is, but I'll find out here in a minute because you're going to probably say, oh, well, I don't have that kind of a budget. Because, dude, you know what attracts rich people? Decadence. 9 times out of 10, decadent places. Like, that's why they build badass casinos and kick-ass resorts. They want rich people to show up. And sure enough, rich people show up because, they like nice shit. So here is one thing you can do that will do, I'll give you 2 things. Number 1, throw an unbelievable party in the town that you're in, high end, invite only, and go around and get all the freaking hottest chicks in town to show up. Okay, advertise the shit out of it, and it's invite only, very exclusive, and you have to, literally be somebody to get in. Can you do that?
Personally, no. Could I find
Can you get anybody
to?
Well, you said unique. I'm trying to figure out unique ways of doing things.
Well, like
Number
right
1,
now, I'm actually.
Throw them a party.
Go ahead.
Throw them a party, or go make a bunch of trophies, and tell all the people that you're targeting that they won the award for being the coolest, richest, baddest motherfucker on the planet, and they need to come to the ceremony to get their award, and they'll all show up to get their plaque or their trophy, and when they're there, you pitch them oil and gas.
I like it. Have you ever participated yourself?
Dude, I'm in the oil business.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm in the oil business, bro. It's called turmoil. All right, folks, another episode of BRADVICE in the books. If you guys didn't get in, I apologize. Shoot me in the DM. Maybe I can help you. Always come with a story or a question. No stories. Stories take too long. I love it when the questions get fired off one after another, and I can either get you the answer or put you someone with the answer, and hopefully you got a better life. Thanks for tuning in to the old BRADVICE show. Click.